1 minute out. Headlines: Lindy, Scott, Lindy. Video, and then 2 boxes. Anchors at the desk. Jim's on 3 at the weatherman left. Do we have Hannah?
That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
Keep us posted. 30 out.
banner yet wave for the land of the free and the whole
10, stand by.
of the
Starting with Lindy in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring her up.
Right now at 4 communities across Indiana seeing the first snowfall of the season. This morning we are tracking it and the impacts it's having at the moment.
Scott.
A Perry Township family is frustrated and disappointed. You're going to hear from them after a student who brutally attacked their son received a suspended sentence.
And tenants
Open
at a
is
Westside
next.
apartment complex are looking for answers after their rent checks were stolen from the lockbox. Find out what's being done to fix the issue and why one family's worried they could be evicted. Fox 59 Morning News at 4 starts right
Open.
now.
From Central Indiana's
Video
#1
with Scott.
news source, this is Fox 59 Morning News at 4.
All right, this morning we are tracking the first snowfall of the season.
Boxes
As you
are
can see,
next.
Parts of central Indiana are already seeing a snowfall this morning like I did on my way into the station, hence the reason I took this video. Coming right into the station, by the way.
What video you took, or is that off your car?
I was mounted on the dash of my
Oh,
car.
that's cool.
I should have turned it sideways. I know better than that.
No, that's neat. Well, with the first snow of the year now impacting parts of Indiana, your weather
Yeah.
authority has team
Wait for
coverage
him.
this
All right,
morning.
boxes.
Fox 59, Hannah Fullman is in this morning checking out the roads, while meteorologist Jim O'Brien's in the studio tracking everything.
All right, team, we have it. Jim,
Go to
how are
Jim.
things looking so far? My drive down
Jim's
is
up
going,
full.
Hey, we got some snow.
Yeah, it's good to see it. I can't tell you, at least coming in from Hamilton County, I went through a heavier snow band. Some of the bridges and overpasses will get quickly covered. A lot of the area roadways, though, are still too warm for it to really stick. So
We
just
still
keep
don't have
that
her
in mind.
mic.
This is one little round that's coming through. The second wave comes in by mid to late afternoon and into the evening, but still light snow falling as we'll take you up to Hamilton County and show you again kind of a wet snow falling, but at times when you get underneath one of these heavier snow bands, it could quickly cover some of those bridges and overpasses.
We don't have our
Again,
floater.
Temperatures on the road holding right at 32 degrees or warmer, so a lot of this
Prompter,
is melting
skip
on
to,
contact. Some of the roads have been treated as well. So you see this
821.
wave moving
Yep.
through.
Thank you.
That is drawing down some colder temperatures as
Scott's
well.
on
The
2
coldest of
next.
the
Lindy will
season
need to
on the
step
way through
out.
today. And it's really the second wave that we're watching out for, the one that's just forming up near Green Bay and coming out of southern areas of Canada. It's that wave there that will drop in by the afternoon into the evening, give us a better shot of snow, and certainly create a few issues, we think, for the evening rush hour. We're currently holding at 32 here at the studio, 32 now at the airport as that snow is falling and dropping our temperatures. Again, keep in mind, really need to be at about 30, 31 degrees to start to really worry about roadways.
Looks like they're turned
getting,
around and coming back,
snow-covered.
so.
And again, I still think our temperatures are just too warm for that, at least to begin the morning. 31 in Fishers and 36 currently in Beech Grove. So
Maybe.
our forecast today back up to 35 before that second round of snow starts to hit. As I mentioned, late afternoon into the early evening. More on
No,
that. How much
you
will
didn't.
accumulate? And a look ahead to the weekend forecast in just a few
Scott.
minutes.
Jim, thank you. And with that weather making its way through central Indiana, it's important you prepare for when you head out on the road.
Video.
Matter of fact, we're going to go back out on the road with our Hannah Fullman coming up in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, Jody Beach with Beach Automotive
Stand
saying
by,
that
sound in A.
be sure to make sure that you have a full gas tank, or if you have an EV, make sure it is fully charged. I failed to do that last night, by the way. Got 50 miles left to get 25 miles home. Also, if you can, check your tires inflation, and if the windshield wipers are worn down, replace them. Proper windshield washer fluid is also a must. The biggest thing Beach says is people often forget is a simple
Sound, eh?
fix.
Is to make sure you have airflow coming out of your vents and that it goes to defrost, because with the moisture in the air it'll trap inside the vehicle, and when it does you can't see out of the car. You see a lot of people driving around with their windows fogged up. Now you know why.
Scott. Animate next, Lindy on 2, Scott step out.
John Bryan saying that troopers are expecting to see an increase in accidents in the coming days because of the weather. Bryan saying that bridges, overpasses, and exit ramps will cause the biggest problems first, and oftentimes with lesser amounts of snow, they see more accidents because drivers let their guard down and rely on their car's technology.
Developing right now, 11 train cars are off the rail in Clinton County. Frankfort
Full
police
screen.
reporting the cars are blocking roads from Rossville Avenue to Jackson Street. They recommend using Roy Scott Parkway and Clay if you are in the area. One of the train cars contained oil. It is not leaking, we're
Stand
told.
by Scott on the
No
jib.
injuries have been reported. Cleanup expected to take a total of 24 hours.
Let's go, Scott.
Fox 59 update.
What's up on
A
jib?
13-year-old is facing a murder charge for a deadly shooting in Greenwood.
Video.
Police are saying that James Davis was shot while
Lindy's next
a
on
group
3.
of kids were playing with a gun earlier this month. Davis also being 13. The group of teens reportedly called in the shooting as a suicide, but officers later learned that was not the case. The prosecutor's office has filed petitions for charges of murder and criminal recklessness. An initial hearing is scheduled for Tuesday.
A series of federal drug raids took place early yesterday morning across central Indiana, leading to more than a dozen arrests. Warrants were served at 15
Scott's
locations
next
in
on
Marion,
1.
Johnson,
Armand
Hamilton,
Wright.
Greene, and Monroe counties.
Super duper.
The operation targeted a large-scale drug trafficking ring dealing meth, cocaine, and fentanyl. The DEA seized drugs and firearms, and at least 12 people were arrested on federal charges and state charges.
Well, a Perry Township family is frustrated after the student accused of assaulting their son in September received a suspended sentence yesterday.
Video.
The 15-year-old victim suffered severe injuries in an unprovoked attack and was hospitalized. Attorneys saying the student had been bullied. Police arrested the attacker, but 2 months later, a judge suspended his sentence, placing him on an ankle monitor and requiring anger management. The victim's attorneys arguing the punishment is not enough and that the school district has not been held accountable.
And it's awful what these children who are almost adults are doing and getting away with it. And for this particular perpetrator, he was out of juvenile detention before our child was out of the hospital. And that's a wrong message to send.
This child is not the first child to be assaulted in that school, and if things don't change pretty dramatically, they're not going to be the last child.
Scott, stand by Lindy on 2.
Substitute teacher at Perry Meridian High School was also assaulted by a student in disturbingly similar ways. We reached out to the district for a statement, and so far we have not heard back.
4:06 now, residents of an Indianapolis apartment complex were threatened with eviction after their rent payments were stolen.
Video.
According to the Darby Court
Sound
complex
next,
in a police report, someone fished several payments out of a secure drop box. The O'Connor family placed their money order in the box the day it was due, as they've done each month in the 3 years they've lived there. They say they were told their payment was stolen, but they'd still have to pay the rent, and they received a letter threatening them with eviction if they did not.
I am worried because I don't even want to go into court for something that I didn't do. I did everything the right way, so I don't even want to go to court.
A representative from Sexton Properties, which owns the complex, said the letters were only meant to spark communication from those they hadn't heard from yet. That did not include the O'Connors, but the letter went to everyone.
It wasn't to cause an uproar, it was to cause communication. What do we know? How much time do you need?
The company acknowledged residents who communicate their situation will be given more time to pay. They've also posted signs warning residents not to drop payments in the box outside office hours.
Full screen.
Police
Tease is next. 2 shot, 2 videos. Jim on 3. Full screen, and then we'll bump outside.
FOX59.com.
2 shot. Stand by music.
Self-driving cars could soon hit more roads as President-elect Trump's team plans to ease regulations.
Hit it.
We shall see. Fox 59's Hannah Darling explaining what that could mean next. And cleanup is underway in Washington after a bomb cyclone hit the area, leaving behind widespread damage and power outages. We will hear from residents in a Seattle suburb about their experiences in the storm's aftermath.
It's got a lot of wind out there on the west coast. Hey, just want to update, we do have a winter weather advisory that begins at 4 o'clock
Graphics
this
are full.
afternoon
Stand by with
until
Lindy's
10
mic.
o'clock this evening. That's for that second round that I mentioned coming out of Green Bay. We'll have more on that. A look ahead at the weekend forecast.
Lindy.
And don't forget, it's a good day if you haven't to download our Fox 59 app. You can actually just scan that QR code right there on the screen to get started. You'll be able to sign up for breaking news alerts, read our top stories, and monitor the weather all day straight from your phone.
Music full. Stand by, go to break next. In 3, 2, 1, and fade out. Cool.
Head coach Shane
Right,
Steichen
2.5
on building
break.
momentum as the Colts return to Lucas Oil Stadium. A.D. Mitchell on his breakout
Looks like
stretch
they
of
are
games,
parked out back,
and who he
you know,
credits for being his
Marcus.
greatest motivation this week on Colts 360.
The Fox 59 Traffic
need the
Authority
BTs.
is live and local all morning long because first thing in the morning, all that really matters is getting from point A to point B safely and on time. The Fox 59 Traffic Authority, brought to you by Tom Wood Automotive.
Saving money with these hot
2
deals
minutes
at
out.
Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. A 2-piece universal socket set is just $149. A 2-pack of LED work lights only $4.99. LED beanie caps also just $4.99. Genio turkey tenderloins only $6.99. Hurry, these hot deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get more big savings right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Tom Wood Ford has
90.
the SUVs you want right now. You can get up to $11,500 off MSRP on a new 2024 Bronco. 100% credit approval is the goal at Tom Wood Ford at 96 and Keystone.
Just over a
The
minute.
Weather Authority forecast is sponsored by
Bring up,
Forum Credit Union.
Your road to recovery is one
It looks
step
like
away.
it's frozen
Call
right
Hickory
now.
Recovery Network today.
The first time you try Bounce, it hits you. Your laundry feels way fresher, softer. So you start to wonder, if
1
I put
minute.
a sheet of Bounce on the finance guy, will it make him softer? Bounce can't do it all.
Bring
But
up
with
Hannah.
better laundry-
Assign 1 audio.
Remember Brendan, my therapist? He's single again.
How are those potatoes, Aunt Linda?
So you're sticking with the bangs, huh?
Carrot?
Oh.
All right, thank you.
Your hair's whiter than the last time I saw you.
So is yours.
Boys, when the family comes together, more good food means more good
30 out.
Hey, have you heard the one about the turkey?
We do more to make Thanksgiving a good deal better at Meijer.
Fox 59 and CBS 4 invite you to help pack the pantries. To make a donation, scan the QR code or text at MFB Indy
10
to
seconds.
52014.
Oh, I know they won't be ready to go.
Brought to you by
They're
these
still parked out
sponsors.
back. Stand by. Lindy at the wall in 4,
Lions,
3,
Colts,
2,
Sunday.
1. Bring her up.
Dang, it's 4:11. The House Ethics Committee is still in a stalemate on whether to release the result of the report regarding Attorney General nominee Matt Gaetz.
Video.
5 Democrats voting for the release.
2 shot at the
and 5
desk next.
Republicans voting
Then we'll
against
jib
it.
over to
He's being investigated by
Hannah.
the Committee for Alleged Sexual Misconduct, Drug Use, and more. Republicans say the committee no longer has jurisdiction since Gaetz resigned last week. With Democrats still wanting to make the accusation public, the committee plans to meet again in 2 weeks to talk about releasing the report. Meanwhile, Senate Democrats have formally requested the FBI give them their files on the Gaetz sex trafficking probe.
2 shot.
412, we could see more self-driving cars.
Stand by
on the
Jib,
roads
stand by
when
Hannah.
President-elect Donald Trump takes office next year.
There are reports that his team wants to relax the rules surrounding
Wonder
those
why.
vehicles.
Go,
Fox
Jeb.
59's Anna Darling sharing what this could mean. Anna, good
Jib,
morning.
you are
Good
clear.
morning,
She's
guys.
up on
right
1.
now, self-driving car services are only found in places like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Phoenix, and they operate very similarly to Lyft or Uber, where you request a ride and one of these cars will show up at your destination to take you from one place to the other. But there is no driver in that front
Video.
seat. According to a report by Bloomberg,
Sound next in B.
Trump's transition team is planning on creating federal regulations to ease rules for self-driving cars to enable more development. Right now, most regulation falls on the states, creating a patchwork of rules that are different and makes things complicated for tech companies. Tech experts say safety has to be top of mind when creating a federal framework.
Sound.
Smart regulation takes account of the need for innovation
the need for economic progress, the economic inevitability of certain kinds of progress, while at the same time adhering to the public interest.
Back
There's
on
a
one
clear
next,
winner
then
here,
Scott's on
Elon
2,
Musk.
Lindy step out.
Tesla shares jumped on the news. Tesla debuted its long-awaited Cybercab last month. It's not on the road yet, but it may eventually. It has no pedals, no steering wheel, and for now, no firm release date.
One.
People have been
Stand
able
by,
to
Scott.
buy some self-driving cars for their own personal use. These were ones where you still have to be in the car. These don't drive themselves completely, but many of them are made from Tesla. And since 2019, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says 2022 had the most number of vehicle accidents for these cars at 1,400. Back to you guys.
Scott.
Adam, thank you.
And it's
Cleanup
clear.
is underway in Washington State after a bomb cyclone hit the area Tuesday night, leaving widespread damage in its wake.
Video.
The storm battered parts of the Northwest with strong winds and heavy rain,
Stand by,
knocking out
sound and
power
B.
to thousands and knocking down trees. Multiple reports say from the widespread damage, at least 2 people have died. In a Seattle suburb, residents are sharing their stories of the chaos that they experienced as the storm tore through the region.
Sound B.
Sounded like a freight train going through when it came, and you could just see those trees bending pretty well. Even the stalwart, sturdy trees were going.
We don't have
pretty
anything
big
from
on
it's
the
frozen.
side,
It's frozen.
being blown over.
All right, and while cleanup efforts are ongoing, the weather prediction parts of the Northwest are projected to see heavy rain and potentially hurricane-force winds,
Take a shot at tower cam.
through Friday. All right, looking locally now. Snow, as we've been mentioning, has officially made its way to central Indiana. It's a little bit more difficult to tell from the tower camera, though. A better view from the road. This morning, those on the roadway may want to use caution.
Things look to
Stand
be
by,
picking
Jim.
up out there, so be careful when you head out this morning. It is
Animate
already
Jim.
a little bit slick. We have Jim O'Brien here, of course, monitoring it all, and I mean, it looks so pretty behind you.
It's a winter wonderland,
It
guys.
is.
Our first snow of the season on the way. Maybe a few extra minutes out the door to begin our day. A lot of the roadways will not be snow covered, it looks like, to begin the morning. Bridges and overpasses, though, and I can tell you driving in myself, they were quickly covered, so just be aware of that. And these are on roadways that have not been treated. We're holding right at 32 degrees, so the grassy areas are accumulating.
If we need
This
to
is
do
actually
that
a
again, I'll
small
take
round of
one of
snow
the
that's
in-dots
coming through
or the
currently.
zoo.
That will taper off, and it's the second wave that we'll be paying attention to later on tonight. Hence that winter weather advisory that goes into effect around 4 o'clock today on through 10 o'clock this evening. And it does highlight a big chunk of central Indiana. Not a huge amount of snow, up to 2.5 inches of snow in a few locations later on tonight. But it's the issue of the snow and the wind and
Still
the
need a lower
timing
third
coming
update.
in for that evening
All
rush
right.
hour. So it is going to create a few headaches, and we're going to show you that coming up in just a minute. So here is a steady light snow falling. As I mentioned, bridges and overpasses. Certainly
Audio
the
check,
rooftops are
sign one
covered with
audio.
Vehicles that are outside, they'll be covered with light snow, maybe a
Same.
half an inch to up to 3/4 of an inch of snow just from this band alone coming on through. To begin our morning. So that will drop off towards the south and southeast. And then we have
Thank
that
you.
new wave that starts to form up. It's this second wave coming out of Wisconsin that's going to impact us, as I mentioned, by late afternoon into the early evening. So as you're heading out this morning, right at 32 out at the airport, and northwest wind at 16. That's another thing we have to pay attention to today, is not only the snow falling later on this evening, late afternoon, early evening, but the combination of that and the wind, that is really going to reduce our visibility. Now, we're at 32 here at the studio, the same out at the airport, and 31 currently in Fishers, 30 in Kokomo, 32 in Lafayette, and 41 in Bloomington. So quite a temperature difference as the snow has not quite made its way down into Bloomington just yet to begin our morning. Wind gusts are up already, up to 23 miles an hour. So with the snow kind of blowing around and the wind gusts throughout the morning, again, a few extra minutes, a good idea out the door. Take a look at our temperatures here, holding basically into the lower 30s on through the late morning. We'll bounce back up to 35 before that second wave drops in, going into the late afternoon, early evening. And wind chills all day long, pretty much in the 20s, if not into the upper teens. Now, as I mentioned, there's that first wave. That will continue to move out. Even for the afternoon, we'll still have a few flurries around. but it's the second wave that begins to drop in, and you can see that coming in from northwestern sections of Indiana. This is around 2, 3 o'clock today, and then we'll continue to fall through. And because of that, we think that with the combination of the wind, that the snow will start to accumulate. We could see about really an inch to maybe up to 2.5 inches of snow in a few locations going into later on this evening. So maybe just enough to plow on a few roadways, but overall, I think, again, the better accumulations are going to be in the grassy areas and certainly on those elevated surfaces. So here's that second round coming on through, an inch to maybe 2.5 inches. Roads will be covered, poor visibility, I should say slick in spots, and some roads will be covered, but mainly we're thinking basically slick conditions and poor visibility for the evening rush hour. So a lot going on for today, certainly as we're looking at our first snow of the season. Just know that tomorrow
graphics are full. Tease is next. 2-shot, 1 video. Playing scores.
Dry conditions for the weekend. We'll get a chance of rain early on
Anchors.
Monday morning.
Thank you,
Standby
Jim.
music.
After the Colts picked up a big road win against the Jets, they're getting ready to face off with one of the best teams in the
Hit it.
NFL.
Yeah, next up, we're going to hear from the
Standby
players
sound
about
and
the big
B.
matchup taking place in the stadium against, Detroit.
Okay.
I want to make sure it was in our city.
Yeah,
It is. Now this.
Sound B. Yep.
Wow, he gets it done on both ends of the court. Thunder big man Isaiah Hartenstein denying the alley-oop on one end and shows them how it's done on the other with that monster jam. He finished with 13 points, 14 boards. OKC taking down the Trailblazers from Portland with 109 to 99.
Music full. Go to break next. In 3, 2, 1, and fade it out.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Tom Wood Toyota in Whitestown.
During Ashley's biggest and best Black Friday event, everyone shops like a VIP.
Yeah, we're
This
not getting
weekend
any
only,
levels.
Take 25% off your entire purchase.
All right,
Plus,
2 and
get
break,
free
go straight
delivery
to
of
sports and
qualifying
A.
purchases. For the best Black Friday
Shy of
furniture deals,
150.
shop your local
Then
Ashley.
Scott's at the
You're
wall.
ready for a solution to tooth loss, but dentures disappoint, and expensive implants aren't for you. A breakthrough option is here. Aspen Dental now offers implant dentures that combine the durability and security of implants with the affordability of dentures in an easy, convenient
phoner.
process. Don't go another
Can.
day wishing you could confidently eat the foods you love. A permanent, more secure answer to tooth loss is within reach. Implant dentures now from
Was she-
Aspen Dental.
was she just
Call or
talking?
Go online to make your appointment today.
Tell him. Wait. Say that again. Audio, say that again.
Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew,
Have her,
fizz.
tell him to keep giving a mic check.
No water needed. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
Are we good? Audio? Is that good for you?
Behind all the
All right,
holiday
yep,
magic
she's good.
is you. Max, what makes you, you.
Looking for the perfect gift this holiday season? Go to FOX59.com to enter to win our Home for the Holidays contest. You could win $15,000 toward your home mortgage. Now that's something everyone could use this
No, it's fine.
holiday.
It's just trying to get your attention.
Zero in on
30
savings
out.
during Tom Wood Volkswagen of Indy's Sign Then Drive sales event. 0 down payment, 0 security deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing on an Atlas or Cross Sport. It's all good.
And I
at
changed
Tom
that
Wood.
C9 to in.cam since they're still parked out back. 10 seconds, standby package in A.
25% off your entire purchase. Or get no
In
interest
5,
for 60 months
4,
with 0 down.
3,
For the best Black Friday
2,
furniture deals, shop your
1,
local
sound in
Ashley.
A.
Hey, good morning. I'm Chris Hagan. We're talking football. The Colts getting set
Again,
to host
Scott will be at the
hottest
wall
team in
out of the
league this Sunday.
package.
Detroit hasn't lost a game since week 2 down in Tampa. 8 straight wins now, tied with KC for the best record in the entire NFL at 9-1. The Colts, meanwhile, well, they're hoping to start their own streak after Sunday's comeback win over the Jets. Right now, Indy a game back with a final playoff spot in the AFC, so every win is huge. Anthony Richardson's return to the starting lineup Sunday was a successful one, but the Lions are a huge step up in competition.
every week you're playing a great team, but we all know like this is a pretty good team that we're getting ready to go up against. But you know, I feel like we're a great team as well, so we just got to prepare like that to get ready to go out there and compete.
They get into their rhythm. You know, it could be the start of the games, could be the second, third quarter. They get going, and when they get going, they get humming. So we got to eliminate, you know, the explosive plays because they got the two guys that can really run on the outside.
About a minute,
explosive as
just
he gets
under.
as a back. You know what I mean? You can't let him be free in space. We got to tackle. We got to have population of the football.
Population to the football. The recipe to success. Colts and Lions Sunday right here on Fox 59, a 1 o'clock kick. But start your day over on CBS 4. We got our Blue Zone pregame show live from Lucas Oil. That gets things rolling at 11:30. Hoops last
about
night.
30 out.
Short-handed Pacers in Houston. Quentin Jackson getting his first NBA start. He goes right to work. Look at him drive. Collects himself. 2+ the foul. He had 7 points in the first 4 minutes. A team-high 24. Second quarter, Miles Turner to Pascal Siakam. Nice finish there. 19 in the first half for Pascal. Pacers were down 9 at the break. The Rockets, they look to be for real this season. Jabari Smith, 3 of his 23.
Scott.
The Pacers fall big. 130 to 113. That's sports. I'm Chris.
Scott.
All right, Chris, thank you. The NBA Cup tipped off last week. So for those home games, Pacers fans will notice it looks a little different inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Video.
Players will be running across a giant trophy at center court. Everything coated in Pacers blue and yellow. But most notably, the iconic Boom Baby catchphrase spread across the floor. Each team getting a personalized court for the tournament games. But for graphic designer Brianna Davis, working on the Pacers floor was personal. The Indy native says when imagining how to embody the team's legacy, honoring former head coach Bobby Slick Leonard was the only way to go. He, of course, is credited with leading the Pacers to 3 championships back in the 70s, and that now famous line when players hit 3-point shots.
Son B.
Really just with being a clutch team, really hitting shots when, you know, they're needed most. The Pacers are really known for that. We really just wanted to encapsulate what that meant. So by taking the basketball and having that go through the double O and the boom, we thought that that really kind of captured the essence of what, you know, the Pacers
Scott teases next 2-shot video, and Jim on 3.
Marketing says has successfully been getting fans excited toward the beginning of the season. Your next opportunity to see the Pacers play on their tournament court will be the 29th when they take on the Detroit Pistons.
2-shot standby music.
For 26. Thanksgiving dinner is more affordable. Yes, you heard right. More affordable, apparently. This
Hit
year.
it.
Interesting, because we just said it was.
Okay.
No, we have something for everybody.
We'll let you know how much you can expect to pay coming up.
And soon we'll check in with our.
Is that Lindy's mic?
As she surveys the area before that snow hits the ground, which
All right.
it's already done in some places. That story's coming up.
Jim.
Yeah, great shot there showing roadways are wet, but the grassy areas we have had some accumulation.
Graphics are up. We'll go to
umbrella
break
forecast.
next.
Yeah, you'll need it today with the snow and pockets of light rain that are going to mix in from time to time throughout the afternoon. Then that bigger push of snow comes in later on this evening. We'll have more on that coming up in a few minutes.
Standby break in 3, 2, 1. Fade it out.
If you've been injured in an auto accident
cool.
here in Indiana, you'll need a fight.
2.5 out.
One that can take on the insurance companies and win.
I called Keller & Keller.
I got a big check fast.
A law firm with the experience, resources,
4:30.
and power to get you all the money you deserve. And it could be a lot more than you think. Tell the insurance company you mean business. Call 1-800-2
Is Jared out of her hit
Keller
yet?
and Keller.
Is Jared out of her hit yet?
Traffic is sponsored by Tom Wood Auto Group.
These hands care for the herd. My hands need to be tough and sensitive. When my hands are dry and cracking, it's hard to do my job. That's why I use O'Keeffe's.
It's America's #1 selling hand cream for guaranteed relief.
And if it works for these hands, it'll work for yours.
Also try our new hand and body lotion.
You never know what you're capable of until you rise to the challenge. Because there's nothing better than the sweet smell of victory and trash bags.
9 day
Smells
break.
good in here.
Cool. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Happy holidays. Pat Sullivan here for Sullivan Hardware and Garden in Allisonville Home and Garden by Sullivan. See one of the largest selections of pre-lit Christmas trees ranging from 2 to 14 foot tall, sale priced before Christmas at 30% off. visit our 2 unique gift shops at Keystone and Allisonville locations. Christmas gifts, decor, clothing, jewelry, and more, and plenty of toys for the kids. Shop, play, experience. Christmas with Sullivan's.
Home Goods. Go gifting. Go finding.
This Thanksgiving,
All right,
take home
cool.
a feast from the farm.
Let's make sure we keep an eye on it this
Farmhouse
morning.
Feast is a complete holiday
Yeah,
meal to
on her
go.
mic.
Just heat, serve, and enjoy. We'll make the meal, you make the memories. Order now at bobevans.com.
30 out.
Fox 59 and CBS 4 are teaming up with Financial Center to pack the pantries. Drop off non-perishable food items at any Financial Center location, or scan the QR code or text to donate.
At Tom Wood Auto Group, drive with confidence. Enjoy exclusive lifetime powertrain coverage on most vehicles at no
10
cost
seconds.
to you. Covers engine, transmission, drivetrain, cooling, and fuel
Stand
system.
by.
Drive
5,
carefree.
4,
It's all
3,
good at
2,
Tom Wood.
1. Open anchors.
From Central Indiana's #1 news source. This
Stand
is
by. Box out to
59 news at
Hannah.
4.
Welcome
Not
back.
Hannah,
State
Hannah.
and local agencies saying that they are ready to go this morning. We are talking about, of course, driving in the snow. They've been preparing for winter
Yeah,
weather
skipping
for months
that.
now.
Fox 59's Hannah
She's
Fulmer
frozen.
joins us live in Drive Cam this morning with current
There she is.
conditions and what you need to know if you're headed out here soon. Oh, wow, it's picked up a little bit. Hey, Hannah.
It is a beautiful morning, as you said, snow. Oh my gosh, it's like a winter wonderland out here. Roads are still relatively quiet. We haven't seen too many cars out, but as you said, look at that snow. It's even sticking to the ground. And like you mentioned, we have local and state agencies preparing for this snowfall.
So yeah, just
and they've been
stay there at the
working
VOQ
overnight
prompter.
to make sure our roadways are safe. INDOT tells us they had 30 drivers come in last night, patrolling the 465 area through the early morning hours. They're expecting more drivers to come out later this morning. Meanwhile, Indy DPW crews have about a dozen drivers across
Alright,
4
taking
trucks
video.
working overnight to prepare.
Video's
the
up.
relatively quick change from the more fall-like
Stand
weather
by
we saw
sound and B.
earlier this week, going into now
If she stops
but as
talking.
it's cold, which could be beneficial for crews going to pre-treat the roads.
Sound B.
Since we could brine and then it could rain and put all that brine in our sewers. So we're going to just be patrolling tonight. If anything is needed, we're going to be spot treating where needed, looking at those bridges specifically because those freeze first before our roads.
Live.
Again, when you are out driving today, make sure you take it slow, use extra caution.
3 shot
Take a
on
little
2 is
extra time
next.
before you leave for
Then
your
we'll go
morning
to
commute,
weather.
10, 15 extra minutes so that you can get to your destination safely. And we will, of course, keep you updated all morning long with this wintry mixed condition. For now, reporting live in the Drive Cam, Hannah Fulman, back to you.
Anchors.
Thank you,
3
Hannah.
shots up.
Pretty shot out there, mainly on the grassy areas. Roadways are still wet. We're kind of teetering right at 31, 32 degrees.
Okay.
I know it was colder to the northwest.
Yeah, where the snow has kind of pulled down the temperatures a
All
little
right,
bit. We're actually
graphics
going
are
back up. So I think roadways should
2
be
shot
fairly
anchors
manageable.
next.
A lot of the roads likely have been treated already.
Still need lower
Just
thirds
watch
for
out those
D25
bridges
and
overpasses.
26.
A few of the roundabouts may get snow
All right.
covered as well. But out towards Lawrence, we're at 31, and as you'll notice, the sidewalks and the pavement right there is wet, maybe a little slushy. So this is a little band of snow coming through. But the second event is the one that comes in later on this afternoon into the evening. I think that's the one that will create certainly some issues. But we're watching the latest now, and again, just kind of check in from time to time this morning. Wouldn't hurt to certainly get a few extra minutes out the door to begin our morning. It is the first snow of the season. Now, it's that second wave that we're tracking out of Green Bay. That's the one that drops in here late afternoon into the early evening. We are down to 30 in Fishers. We'll continue to monitor the road temperatures. 32 here at the studio and 32 out at the airport, 33 now in Beech Grove. So here's our forecast today. Up to 35 by mid-afternoon before that second wave starts to move in. We're going to have much more on that, how much could fall. And again, more on that evening rush hour coming up in just a few minutes. Lindy?
Where's Scott?
Jim, thank you so much. The new Braun administration will take office in less than 2 months, and we're getting a closer look at some of their priorities for 2025.
Where'd Scott go?
Lieutenant Governor-elect Mike Bethwood says their agenda starts with 3 important issues. They want to reform property taxes, expand school choice, and, quote, trim the fat when it comes to government spending. Mr. Beckwith will be the Senate president
Stand by,
after
sound
inauguration,
and B.
and he says he wants to use his position to be the voice of the people.
Sound B.
That's probably where I'll really be fishing water. If
You need
you
to
will,
give me a
is
heads
getting
up
the
next time,
word out to
Floor.
Indiana about what's
Yeah,
happening.
he thought there was traffic.
That way they know and they're educated and ready to let their voices be heard too.
Inauguration Day in Indiana is January 13th.
Two shot.
Hey, big changes at
Stand by
Ruoff Music
grid,
Center as fans
Cameron.
kind of fired up.
The music venue announced it's going to start charging for parking in 2025. Our
Grid.
Cameron Riddle has details on how much it'll cost.
Cameron.
Carry a little more walking around money, grab
Is
an
up.
additional $20 because that is the minimum it will cost you to now park at Ruoff starting next
Video.
year. A Live Nation spokesperson confirmed Wednesday that the change will be applied to shows next year. Anyone planning to park at the venue will need to buy one pass.
Hey, yeah, sorry,
per
I was
vehicle.
changing my headset.
Now
He,
remember,
thought there
that
was
$20
traffic.
minimum I talked about, that is what fans will have to pay if you buy your tickets online in advance. You can still buy parking passes the day of the show in person with a credit card. If the event for that show lasts for more than one day, you only have to buy one pass per show, not for each day. But here's where the rates go up.
Full
Near
screen.
Parking, which is a bit
Back
closer
on
to
three
the stage,
next,
will
then
now
both
cost you
anchors to the
$65
Armand.
per parking pass. VIP parking right near the stage will now cost you $125. And for those of you who arrive in style or with a group in a limo or oversized vehicle, you'll now have to pay $200 for a parking pass. Parking passes are
He's
already
up, standby
available for
anchors.
shows in 2025, so if you have a show coming
Have
up, you already
Lindy
have your
take a
tickets,
half step
you can
out.
Go online right now and start getting those parking
Cool.
passes. We have a link to get yours on FOX59.com. I'm Cameron Riddle, Fox
Anchors.
59 News.
Cameron, thank
Cameron's
you. The
clear.
top-rated Christmas market in the U.S. kicking off this weekend right here in central Indiana.
Not that I don't like it, but who calls it that?
I did.
Oh,
Just
okay.
now.
I mean, I do love it. Carmel Chris Kindle Mart opened Saturday, actually. This is the market's 8th year.
I think it's been voted that.
USA Today.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
guessing.
yeah.
So,
All right, we
just
need
like
to
the
check
zoo.
Lindy's mic in the break.
Last year, it welcomed more than
Video's up.
450,000 people and generated $23 million in economic impact to the
Sounded
community.
B.
We make every effort to make this market
yeah.
extremely authentic, and we import our products from Germany, and we try to make it feel like you really are transported to Europe when you're here at the market.
Lindy.
There's ice skating, shopping, a lot of themed
Stand by
events.
Scott
Carmel
on the
Chris
jib.
Kindle Mart will run through Christmas Eve.
Goes.
All right,
Jib is
Thanksgiving
up,
Day
Scott's
is about
up.
a week away, and you may be surprised to hear that the average cost for a Hoosier Thanksgiving dinner is down this year.
Video.
In a new survey, the Indiana Farm Bureau found that the average meal cost
Are you not
for a group
getting
of
the
10
names
people
in?
is $53.31. That's down about 2% from last year. The Bureau saying it's mostly because turkey prices are lower. Other items that saw a decrease since last year include pumpkin pie filling, sweet
right.
potato rolls, and peas.
Stand by,
However,
sounded B.
Economists with the Bureau also say costs are still much higher than they were 5 years ago. But for shoppers, seeing even a slight decrease is promising.
Sound.
It's great news. Everything's been up over the last couple of years, so having a little bit of relief is a good thing.
I'm pretty surprised. I actually like the cost of everything going down with the turkey being said. I like turkey, so the more turkey, the merrier, you know, the better.
Cute.
I'm getting the impression he likes
Sound
turkey.
next, and
Many
then
grocery stores are also
camera
promoting
3 at the
special
wall with
discounts,
Lindy's
deals,
mic.
and offerings in the days leading up to
Stand
Thanksgiving.
by, sound
so
A.
make sure you take a look before you head out to shop.
Sound A.
While a fried turkey can be mouth-watering centerpiece,
Stand by with Lindy's
turkey
mic.
fryers, when used improperly, can lead to devastating fires, burns, and injuries.
Lindy.
Firefighters are warning everyone of the potential dangers of frying the turkey. Causes about 1,000 house fires every Thanksgiving. Here are a few things to remember. Choose the right
Video's up.
location, which is not inside your garage. And keep your fryer away from anything flammable. These are not fryers you're looking
Scott's
at.
next.
The turkey needs to be completely thawed to prevent oil splatters. If a grease fire occurs, never throw water on it. Instead, stay prepared by getting a fire extinguisher.
Scott.
Temperatures already dropping across central Indiana, so everyone is being reminded to stay safe while staying
Full
warm.
screen
Space
next.
heaters
Save
are the
Scott's
second leading
mic,
cause
then we'll
of
go to
house
the
fires
T's.
in the U.S. If you need to use one, you'll want to keep it off the carpet, away from furniture or anything else that is flammable. Also, keep heaters away from pets or small children to prevent burns. And as always, never plug it into an extension cord or a power strip because It can easily overheat. Just use
Full
its
screen.
own cord or a much bigger one. All right, you can also stay prepared.
Tease next.
on
2 Shot 2 videos.
Fox59.com.
Jim on 3.
That's
We'll
where our
animate to
meteorologists
break.
will post up up-to-date forecast, looking ahead to what comes next, plus more information on how you can prepare for this next round of winter weather. It's all posted on our website.
2
right
Shot.
now.
Standby
Right
music.
Now it's 4:38. 'Tis the season for scamming. That is right. The holidays are ripe for seasoned scammers scouring the
Hit it.
internet.
We'll tell you how not to fall victim to any of them coming up next in today's Smart
Scott.
Living.
Plus, it may sound like a
Standby,
sweet
Jim.
old lady on the phone, but wait till you hear who scammers are really talking to instead of you. We have both of those stories straight
Jim.
ahead.
All right, Scott, heading out the door right now. It is slick because the roadways are wet. Snow is falling.
Graphics
There
are
a
up.
few
Stand by,
bridges and
animate to
overpasses
break.
That could be lightly snow covered. Keep that in mind. A few extra minutes out the door. It
Is
is
this
our
Hannah
first
hit done?
snow of the season, by the way. We'll have much more on that second wave coming in for later on tonight. How will it impact us? I'll let you know.
And animate.
The traffic
We get a Moss in then for E5.
Automotive.
Oh. Break. 2.5.
Too soon. Now, Mom? But you never asked.
The time is now. Find your perfect BMW at the Road Home Sales Event. Hurry in for exceptional offers through December 2nd.
Are you tired of unreliable internet? 9-Star Connect's high-speed fiber internet is here to change that. Lightning fast speeds and competitive pricing, delivering the best services and affordable rates to our local neighbors. Your reliable choice for high-speed internet. 9-Star Connect.
The MSD of Lawrence Township embodies educational excellence, unlocking the full potential of every student we serve. Where innovation meets tradition, our students excel in welcoming safe, state-of-the-art facilities. A traditional public school district, Lawrence Township boasts a 95% graduation rate. On the court and in the arts, our students excel. Join the Lawrence Township family, where learners thrive, surrounded by values that resonate with home. Lawrence Township, your destination for a brighter future.
The Fox 59 Garden Guru is sponsored by McCammon's Irish Market.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world. Prepare for glory. Get 3.9% APR on 2024 Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional grade GMC.
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold or Flu Fizzy Chews. Chew, fizz. Feel better fast. No water needed. New Alka-Seltzer Plus Fizzy Chews.
It's a miracle.
It's incredible.
Yesterday, I couldn't look at them. Now, I can't stop looking.
At Miracle Method, they take ugly countertops and make them beautiful.
Wait until you see the bathroom.
Don't replace, refinish. Visit us at miraclemethod.com.
Marshall's buyers travel far and wide to hustle the best deals on amazing holiday gifts. So you don't have to.
20 out.
We get the deals. You gift the good stuff. I'll give you what you want.
Remember when we took that trip? Where are we going?
You'll see. I get it.
10. Stand by with Jim's weather check. Then we'll go to 2 Shot anchors in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jim.
Right, welcome back. Good
Anchors
Thursday
next,
morning.
and then we'll
Snow
box
on the radar
out
to begin our morning out the door.
to
A lot
Anna.
of grassy areas, seeing accumulations. Roadways are mainly wet, so do keep that in mind. A little extra time out the road, onto the road, certainly a good idea here to begin our morning. We do have that second wave. That gets in here late this afternoon into the early evening. More on that coming up in a few minutes.
Anchors.
Jim, thank you. The snow's falling in central Indiana this morning.
Stand by.
As we've been talking about, we want to take you live to our roadways to check in on the current conditions.
And Hannah is the one out and about. You can see the windshield wipers slapping there against the windshield. That's a little Eddie Rabbit song for you, Hannah, which I'm sure you're not familiar with. Let's find out where you are and what things are looking like from your perspective.
Live.
Hey, Scott and Lindy, great to be checking in with you again. We're currently on 65 South, and not too many cars out here right now, but we have seen some speeders. So if you are going to be out here, make sure you slow down. because conditions, it is a little wet out here. Nothing too slick just yet, but we're still seeing that wintry mix of rain and snow, and there is some snow sticking to the ground. But the good news is crews have been working all night long to keep you safe. We had 30 drivers from INDOT
Taking
overnight
video.
working the roads,
Video's up.
pre-treating them, and 35 more are expected to come out later this morning. And Indy DPW also had over a dozen drivers out across 4 different trucks. Now, with the quick change of temperatures from the fall-like weather we saw earlier this week to now, it means the ground is not as cold, which can be helpful to crews pre-treating our roadways right now. And like we mentioned, the roads are wet, but they're not slick, so we haven't seen too many slick spots just yet. And roads are still,
Back
like we
live.
said, relatively quiet. You can see it on your screen.
Live, it's up.
Right now, we haven't seen too many cars out and about, but as the morning continues, it will, of course, get busier. So our best recommendation for
Go
you
to gas
is
prices
take it
next
slow,
with
plan a
Scott.
few extra minutes in your commute, 10 to 15 minutes, to make sure you get to your destination safely. And we will, of course, be out on the roads all morning long to give you updates on
E8
conditions
prompter.
and to keep you safe.
Thank you.
For now, reporting live on 65, Hannah Fulton,
Scott.
Fox 59 News.
Hannah, thank
Hannah's
you very
clear.
much. Go ahead and take a look at the gas prices in Indiana today. They continue to come down. The BP gas station between South Holt Road and West Moore Street is selling it for $2.67 a gallon. The Speedway on South Lyndhurst Drive, same price. And the Shell gas station between South State Avenue and Orange Street has gas
Two-shot.
for $2.68. Pretty much all of Pendleton Pike right now has it for $2.60 something. One place $2.64. That was, I think, German Church Road
really?
in Pendleton Pike.
Well, while the holidays are full of giving, getting, and goodwill, it's important to remember not everyone shares the same spirit.
True, 75% of Americans fell victim to holiday scams last year. That's with online shopping and the non-delivery scams accounting for a significant portion of more than
Packages
$21
next
million
in A.
lost, or should I say
Runs
stolen.
under 120.
Angela Gannott reports on how not to get taken advantage of during the season of
Sane.
giving.
And Lindy's on 2 out of this. Scott will go to the arm on right.
Looking for their next target. First, don't be fooled by those fake online stores. Warning signs include discounts of more than 50% off. Site contains
Hey,
spelling
Justin.
and grammar mistakes, bad quality
looking ahead,
images.
E20,
Lookalike
that T still
online
needs to be
stores
written.
often force
That
you to
first
use
T's.
payment methods too that can't be reversed, like Zelle and gift cards. Scammers are also turning to places like Facebook Marketplace to offer hot holiday gifts at deep discounts. If you're asked to pay using Zelle, Cash App, or other payment apps, once you send the scammer the money, it's gone. And teenagers are falling victim to social media shopping scams at an alarming rate. According to the FTC, teenagers face an 85% higher likelihood of being a victim to these scams in older demographics. The solution? Don't buy a product through the ad. Find the company online at its real IP address and see if it's offering the same deal. And fake delivery notification texts are always hot during the holidays. If you receive a text that looks like this, claiming a package you're waiting
Stand
for
by,
is
Lindy.
delayed, or you need to pay a fee before it can be delivered, delete it. UPS and FedEx won't ask for information via email.
Lindy.
Here are some more tips. Don't be fooled by gift
Stand
card
by,
scams
Scott on
that offer
1.
discounted gift cards or claim you've won a card. Never purchase a gift card from online marketplaces or social media.
Scott,
All right,
Lindy's
speaking
clear.
of, there is a new face in the fight against
Stand by,
scammers.
sound
The
in
thing
B.
is, it's one you probably would not suspect.
B.
Meet my friend, Daisy.
Hello, scammers. I'm your worst nightmare. I'm an AI created by O2 to
Yeah.
waste phone scammers' time.
Well, that is
Saw
right.
next
Daisy
in A.
is your new best friend. Designed by the British telecommunications company O2, Daisy promises to annoy all of those same scammers who call to annoy you. And she does it in the best way possible, they say, by killing them with kindness.
Sane.
So, W's then a dot.
3 times W and then dot.
I think your profession is bothering people, right?
I'm just trying to have a little chat.
It's nearly been an hour! For the love of...
Gosh, how time flies.
Scammers don't like it when you waste their
That's
time.
awesome.
Unfortunately, Daisy's not available in the U.S., but you can almost
3
bet
shots
that
next.
with her popularity, there will most certainly be a U.S. version
Finally,
of
some
her
good
in the near
AI.
future, although I kind of prefer the British version. You know what I mean? It's just something about it. Hello, Governor.
3 shot.
How time flies, she
Oh,
says.
exactly.
It's funny.
I need to start making more of those videos because I still get daily calls on scammers. You know,
don't.
saying I owe an IRS deal, whatever.
Some do, some don't. I
Last
just don't pick up
week,
the phone.
they've just ramped up. I
Really?
mean, for the last week out of
it's
nowhere,
the
when I
holidays.
didn't used to get them that much.
Yeah.
Then I got to thinking, well, what website did I join or
Yeah.
sign up for?
That could be
Like,
it, too.
you know?
Where they claim they're never going to give away your phone number, and
Right.
they always do.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, it's all about snow.
right,
heading
let's go
out
to the
this
wall.
morning, and it's nice to see it out there, especially when it's gathering in the grassy areas as the roadways remain wet. Our air temperature at 31, but our ground temperature still above 32 degrees in a lot of locations, unless it's bridges or overpasses. This is a live look out towards Whitestown as we're tracking that light snow. Winter weather advisory begins later on this afternoon into the evening for that second wave that drops in. So heads up on that, more on that coming up. This is a live look at our Forum Guardian radar tracking pockets of light snow coming on through. It will begin to taper down, although we'll still have pockets.
Doesn't look
of
like there's
light
any
rain
copy in
and
E20. Do you see that?
throughout the late morning into the early
He's
afternoon.
he's
before
working
that
on it
second
now.
Okay.
wave comes
Yeah.
in, and a cloudy, breezy day.
So yeah, make
in
sure
the
you don't
forecast as well.
advance
But
to
this
it
is the
before.
second wave right here, just now making its way through Green Bay. That's the wave that will come through Wisconsin, northern Illinois, then eventually northern Indiana, and right into central Indiana by late afternoon. We're currently at 32 degrees and a west to northwest wind at 12 miles an hour. So it's a combination of the snow and the wind out there right now, reducing visibility. We're back up to 32 here at the studio, 30 in Fishers, currently 32 in Beech Grove, and 35 in Greenwood. Still a little bit milder down towards Bloomington, where the snow really hasn't started to fall down there just yet. It has been a little gusty, although those winds have settled back down. They'll begin to increase later on today and into tonight, but still wind gusts up there at about 26 miles an hour. So our forecast today, I think we top out at 35 degrees. Notice this time, though, around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, then temperatures start to fall as the snow begins to build back in. And so that second wave will move in throughout the late afternoon, early evening, and all day long we'll have wind chills in the 20s, marking the coldest day of the season so far. Let's jump ahead in our futurecast here,
Okey-dokey.
taking the snow from this morning out, getting into about 8 o'clock this morning, the snow intensity way down. There's a bit of a break throughout the late morning, early
Eric,
afternoon.
that copy should be
then
in there
we
now.
start to watch that second wave drop on in.
Yeah, I got it, thanks.
It will bring steadier snow,
Yeah.
and along with that, some windier conditions on through the afternoon and through the evening rush hour. So we'll have a few issues out
What-
there, no doubt, to
which-
contend with. Snowfall
No, that's
potential,
strictly his.
not a
He
huge event,
controls
but up
that.
to 2.5 inches on the high
Yeah.
end. Most areas expected to see about 1 inch to 1.5 inches.
So, yeah,
Again, it's gonna be a
the
wet snow
directors
coming
don't
on
have
in,
access to
and a
that.
lot
That's
of this
strictly
is gonna
weather.
gather in the grassy areas. Most of
Justin,
the
the last
roadways
thing
will be
is
wet, but if we
F3,
get underneath
lower
one of these
third for the
heavier
video.
snow bands, we can see
Cool.
one of the roadways getting quickly covered, especially roads that have not been treated
Should
by
be
the
the
late
last thing
afternoon
anyway.
and early evening. So again, most areas about 1 inch, 1.5 inches. Could see up to 2.5 inches in a few pockets. During the evening rush hour, though, expect slowdowns, even though a lot of the roadways will be wet just due to the visibilities with the snow coming on down. We will get out of here, it looks like, later on this evening. We get back to somewhat drier
Graphics are up.
conditions tomorrow.
Standby
We'll have still
tees.
pockets of light rain or mist mixing in with a few flurries. Highs tomorrow up to 42. And then Saturday and Sunday still look dry, although rather cloudy on Saturday. A bit brighter on Sunday. Colts are at home taking on the Lions, 1 o'clock right here on Fox. That is Sunday. Rain chances back in here early on Monday.
Anchors.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Doctors in Texas are warning people about the negative impacts of sitting on the toilet for long periods
Hit
of
it.
time.
Next up, a look at the study raising those concerns about the
We don't have a
potential
birthday.
impacts you could face.
First, though, we want to wish a happy birthday. Today's shout out goes to, it's blank, so if we could pull it up, I could see who it's for. We don't
Nope.
have one. Thanks for letting me know. All right, if you'd like to have one on, it's fox59.com/happy birthday. Can I go home? Give
No.
us their name, birthday, and a shout out. We'll try to get it on the air.
Music full. And 3, 2, 1, faded out.
Catch all the best plays from the biggest high school football games every Saturday morning on Fox 59 News. High school football is bigger than ever, and we have all the rivalries covered. Friday Night Football is sponsored by Ray Skillman Automotive and Royal Spa.
Why wait? Shop early and save during the pre-Black Friday sale going on now. Find amazing doorbusters like your choice of sofas just $3.99. Plus buy one get one free on select Lazy Boy recliners. But the savings don't stop there. Enjoy 20% off with cash, 15% off with
Start
credit
with
card,
Lindy on
or
2 out of break,
10% off
90
with
out.
financing on
Scott will
all
start at the
furniture
arm on right.
store-wide. Find savings galore
Lindy
during the
stays at the
pre-Black
desk the
Friday
whole
sale
time.
only at Godby Home Furnishings.
Your road to recovery is one step away. Call Hickory Recovery Network today.
SHIP is the State Health Insurance Assistance Program. What can SHIP do for you? We're a free and impartial counseling program to help you navigate the Medicare system. We provide impartial, knowledgeable information. Call SHIP to help you during the Medicare open enrollment.
Selecting a personal injury lawyer is a critical decision, one that requires careful research. Do they have experience handling cases similar to your own? What was the result? What's their reputation in the community? An experienced lawyer with a successful history is more likely to maximize your settlement. Think about it before you hire a lawyer. Make the right call. Call Keller.
1-800-2-KELLER.
Tell them you mean business.
30 up.
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9%
10,
financing.
stand by
on
Lindy on
2024
2.
Silverado
Scott could go to the
50
Armands.
Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you
And
trade
5,
in an eligible
4,
vehicle.
3,
Chevrolet,
2,
the #1 selling brand in
1.
Central Indiana.
Lindy.
Welcome back. Health officials in California are looking into a possible case of bird flu in a child experiencing mild respiratory issues.
Video.
The California Department of Public Health
Scott's
says
next
there's no
on
sign
1,
the virus
arm on
has
right.
spread between people. None of the child's family members tested positive. The child didn't have any known contact with animals. The family's been treated with medication. The CDC is now testing to confirm if it is bird flu. Since April, the CDC's reported 53 cases of bird flu in the U.S., mostly tied to contact with infected birds.
All right, not a line I thought I would ever say, but if you're watching us on the toilet right now, first, we appreciate your viewership. Second, way to go.
I
TV in the
don't know what to tell you. I don't have anywhere else to go.
That you are spending too much time sitting there. A colorectal surgeon at University in
That's
Texas
the only
said
video.
that prolonged sitting on the toilet can lead to hemorrhoids, of course, and weaken pelvic muscles. So, how much time should you spend sitting on the john? Doctors say 5 to 10 minutes tops. Gravity is working against your body, and it messes up.
Stand by
blood
Lindy on
flow.
2.
So do your business, they say, and stand up. All
Lindy.
right. Okay.
Going plant-based might not just improve your health, it could save you money too. A recent study shows skipping meat at the store could cut your grocery bill by hundreds of dollars a year.
Video.
Makes sense. Researchers in Washington tracked 62 overweight participants for 4 months, putting
Full
them on
screen
either a
next with
Mediterranean
Scott.
or vegan
Then we'll
diet.
go straight
The
to
Mediterranean
teas,
diet
starting with
includes
video.
some animal products. The vegan diet obviously does not. The study found those on a vegan diet saved 25% on daily meal costs compared to 19% for those on Mediterranean. That's $3 a day, $900 a year.
Hey,
Scott.
Victory Field is about to, excuse me, turn the lights
Tees
out.
is
of an
next,
exclusive
straight to video.
baseball
Lindy,
experience.
then
The
Scott, then
Tri-State
Jim.
Chili Peppers will bring Cosmic Baseball to Indy next summer. And today, you have a chance to score some free tickets. Cosmic Baseball mixes music and special effects under black lights. The stadium will glow in the dark. The team will be holding its Cosmic Lottery this morning. All you have to do is sign up before 10:59 a.m. for a chance to get free tickets, and there is a link on our website. They are definitely having some fun.
And hit the music.
Next at 5, you might remember this beautiful work of art
Music.
we mentioned several
Good.
times.
Stand by with Scott,
It's been
then
sold
Jim.
at the auction block. We'll let you know just how much it went for. They were thinking maybe more than $1 million. That's coming
Scott.
up.
Really? Plus the visual aspect of winter. Oh, it
Stand by
is here.
Jim.
We're checking in our drive cam all morning long as we see the snow coming down.
Jim.
All right, Scott, heading out the door. Our temperature is hovering into the lower 30s. We are tracking snow out there. Roads are wet, if not a little slick. Do keep that in mind. We'll have much more
Hit the
on
grid
that second
next.
round of snow. That gets in here late afternoon into the early evening. More on that.
Actually,
more on
no
the
grid.
weekend
Go to break
forecast in the
next.
hour.
3, 2, 1. Fade it out. 18 over.